I've never been a class action lawyer. I've always been a trial lawyer. I'll never forget the moment. We were in Atlanta, and the breast implant litigation had just taken off, right? And so because I had done asbestos litigation before then, I had co-counsel all over the country that were sending me their breast implant cases. And so I remember these old guys up on a stage. I won't name the names, but most people who remember this era knew who they were. So I got these old guys on the stage. There's 400 people. We're in Atlanta at some big hotel, and they're telling me what they're going to do with my cases, because they're class action lawyers. They were mass tort lawyers who were terrible mass tort lawyers who never really were there for the consumer. They were there for themselves. They were there to make big fees and then move on. And I remember the arrogance and the audacity of this character standing up on the stage telling me what I was going to do with my cases and how he was going to handle it. I remember grabbing the mic. I was a kid. I was a kid. But I remember grabbing the mic and saying, "Mister, I don't even know who you are, but it's not going to be anything that you're going to be involved with my cases. There's not going to be a time where you make a decision for me as a trial lawyer what I'm going to do with my cases." I'm telling you, it was that year and that moment where I decided that I wanted to build out a new reality in the area of trial law. I wanted mass tort lawyers not to be class action lawyers. I wanted mass tort lawyers that wanted to be able to try their own cases and do what a trial lawyer should do and get top dollar for their clients and make it about the client, not about them. We came out of that room and we said, we have to make a shift here. And those days are gone. And they were gone all the way right after the breast implant litigation. Nothing was ever the same. And so out of that came the building of Mass Torts Made Perfect and the whole notion of putting together talented trial lawyers, talented marketers, talented business minds, talented visionaries, all in one room, and say, how do we continue this notion of taking care of a consumer in a way that's never been done before, to where people don't look at us and say, "Yeah, Mike, you made a big fee, but how did you do for your client?" Those days are totally gone. And every now and then we have to push back. Every now and then they try to reemerge and we have to push back. Actually, we're at one of those junctions right now where I feel like I'm having to push back more than I ever have. But that's okay. It's an ongoing element of who we are and what we do. So that was a really decisive shift in the practice of law. And any of those 400 people that were in that room will remember the screaming match between me and the folks up on that stage. And we walked out of there and said, we're going to do things differently.